You think your dreams are your own, but they're not. You were told what to want, long before you could question it. From childhood, the dream was shaped for you. Success, status, security. Not greatness, not truth, not sovereignty. They gave you cartoons with heroes, ads with lifestyles, teachers with rules, influencers with filters. And you swallowed it all because you had no weapon, yet called awareness. Nietzsche warned, society doesn't raise thinkers. It manufactures followers with ambition, trained to chase what the system rewards, not what the soul demands. So ask yourself, who gave you the image of success you're chasing? Was it born in silence, in fire, in solitude, or did it arrive already packaged, polished, and profitable? Your dream is not a calling. It's a cage, built with golden bars, sold as freedom, and you wonder why you're tired, unfulfilled, why you feel fake even when you succeed, because you never chose this path. You were programmed to follow it, but here's the spark. You can destroy the dream. You can kill the script. You can burn the life you were given and carve the one you were meant to live. But first, you must admit the truth. You've been living someone else's idea of you. What's the best way to control a man? Give him a dream he didn't choose, one that looks noble, feels safe, sounds smart. Make him chase a house, a career, a partner, a reputation, and call it a life. That's not a life. That's a leash, because when a man thinks he's moving forward, he doesn't notice the cage. And when the cage looks like success, he defends it. This is the genius of the modern dream. It doesn't oppress you violently. It seduces you subtly. You're not chained. You're incentivized. You're not punished. You're rewarded. But Nietzsche saw through this lie. He wrote of the herd, those who never question their path because the path is popular, paved, comfortable. He warned, the dream of the herd is death with applause. So look around. Everyone wants to be special by doing exactly the same thing. Everyone wants to be free by obeying the same scripts. And in the noise of collective ambition, you lost your own voice. The dream sold to you is not a future. It's a sedative, a delay tactic, a way to keep your will dormant while you perform productivity. But here's your awakening. Real dreams don't come from comfort. They come from chaos, from silence, from fire. How much of your life is inherited? Not biologically, but psychologically. Your name, your beliefs, your goals, your fears, they were all introduced to you before you had the strength to resist them. So what you now call yourself is a collage of unchallenged influences. And what you call your dream is just the reward promised to a well-behaved version of that identity. Nietzsche said, become who you are. But that implies something terrifying. You are not yet yourself. Because to become, you must first unravel, unlearn, question every truth you inherited. Why do you want that job? That partner? That lifestyle? Did your soul choose it? Or did your programming? The world taught you to chase applause, not alignment. Achievement, not authenticity. And now you're confused why winning feels empty. It's because you're chasing a dream that was installed, not ignited. You want to be alive? Then destroy everything in you that was installed and rebuild from silence. Here's the hardest truth. The dream they sold you was never meant to expand you. It was meant to contain you. To keep you striving just enough, but never awakening. Busy enough to feel valuable, but never dangerous. You were taught to aim for stability, respect, admiration, not for depth, truth, or transformation. Why? Because a man who chases the dream is predictable, and predictable men build empires for other men. Nietzsche understood this. Society doesn't fear your failure. It fears your rebellion. It fears your self-authorship. Your refusal to participate in the script. So it gives you a dream. That keeps you moving, but always in circles. You rise in ranks, collect trophies, build a name, and feel hollow. That hollowness isn't depression. It's your soul knocking. Not asking for more, but begging for something real. You think you have time. You think you can figure it out after success, after you get the money, after the job, after the family, after the applause. But the longer you walk a path that isn't yours, the harder it is to turn back. Why? Because you'll decorate it. You'll make it look meaningful. You'll fill it with people, achievements, memories, until it feels too expensive to abandon. That's how false dreams trap you. They don't chain your body. They seduce your identity. They convince you that questioning them is betrayal. That changing course is failure. But Nietzsche knew the real failure is becoming successful in something you hate. So here's your test. Would you still chase your dream if no one ever saw it? If there was no applause, no status, no trophy? Would you still want it? If not, it's not your dream. It's your training. And it's time to escape it before you become it. You were handed a script. Be nice. Be smart. Be successful. Be normal. But none of these are neutral. They shape you, cut you, mold you. They tell you how to speak, who to love, what to believe, and what to avoid. And slowly, they kill the most dangerous thing about you, your originality. Nietzsche saw morality, education, and ambition as tools, not truths. But you treat them like commandments. You build your worth on rules you didn't write. And every time you follow the script, a deeper part of you goes silent. You stop asking. You stop creating. You stop resisting. Until one day, you wake up successful, but suffocated. And you can't explain why. It's because you didn't live. You performed. Real awakening is not a burst of clarity. It's a breakdown. It's seeing that the job, the relationship, the beliefs, the persona you've built are all based on someone else's idea of what your life should be. And that realization is brutal. Most people avoid it at all costs. They numb themselves with content, with therapy, with drugs, with endless healing. Anything but silence. Because silence reveals the truth you've been building a life around. A lie. Nietzsche called for self-overcoming, not self-soothing. He knew that the pain of awakening is the price of becoming. So if you feel lost, fractured, broken, good. It means the implanted dream is crumbling. Now you can build. You keep hearing, find your purpose. But what if the purpose you're chasing isn't yours? What if it's just a more elegant form of control? You think purpose is about calling, destiny, passion. But in the modern world, purpose is usually a disguise. A way to make obedience feel meaningful. A way to chain your fire to a paycheck, your curiosity to a job title. Nietzsche believed in becoming, not finding. He didn't want you to discover your purpose like a map. He wanted you to create it like a weapon. But that's not marketable. That's not safe. So they give you prefabricated missions, causes, careers, dreams, and say, here, this is noble. This is right. But nothing that's truly yours comes from the outside. Purpose is not given. It is forged in rebellion, in failure, in war with your false self. And that kind of purpose can't be packaged. It burns. It offends. It transforms. So if your purpose feels clean, applauded, and easily understood, it's probably programming. You don't need to adjust your dream. You need to kill it, not tweak it, not balance it, not improve it, destroy it. Because anything built on false foundations, even slightly, will collapse the moment you start growing. Your implanted dream was built for the version of you that obeyed, that feared, that wanted to be liked. Now you're becoming someone else, someone dangerous, and your old dream doesn't fit anymore. It limits you. softens you, stalls you. This is where most people quit. They try to carry the dream forward. But the new self has no use for it. It's too small, too sentimental, too safe. Nietzsche said, "The snake that cannot shed its skin must die." That's your task now. To shed the skin, the mask, the dream. And birth vision so raw, so real, it frightens you. Because only that kind of dream is worth becoming. The herd inherits. The sovereign invents. Most people inherit their values, dreams, gods, goals, and spend life defending what was never theirs. But Nietzsche's Bermensch doesn't inherit. He creates. From ashes, from silence, from nothing. You were born with that power, but it was buried beneath school bells, religious guilt, social scripts. You were taught to repeat, not rebel. To seek approval. Not creation. But the self you admire. The one you're haunted by, he doesn't. Follow scripts. He writes them. Burns them. Breaks them. That's what your dream should be. A revolution, not a routine. If your dream doesn't scare you, it's not yours. If it doesn't defend your old self, it's not real. You are not here to echo. You are here to invent. They'll say you're confused, that you're drifting, that you're wasting potential. But that's because they don't understand what it means to wake up. When you begin shedding the dream, you'll feel lost, because the map you've followed no longer applies. You'll feel alone, because you're no longer walking the common path. But that isn't confusion. That's liberation. Nietzsche wrote, "One must still have chaos in oneself to be able to give birth to a dancing star." That chaos is sacred. It's proof that the programming is dying. Don't panic. Don't fill the silence. Let the old you dissolve. Let the fake dream rot. Let the fire burn everything that isn't real. Because you're not lost. You're just remembering. The real you, the one before school, roles, fear, didn't care about career ladders, social media, or 5-year plans. He wanted danger, truth, mystery. He wanted to build something from the dirt, not inherit something from a brochure. That fire still lives in you, but it's suffocating beneath calendars, obligations, expectations. You've been taught that life is a checklist, that if you tick the right boxes, you'll be happy. But the boxes were never designed to fit your fire. They were made to trap it. You weren't born to meet expectations. You were born to explode them. So burn the checklist. Light the life they gave you on fire. And from the ashes, build your own. Comfortable dreams are illusions. They don't demand. They don't cut. They don't require you to die. But real dreams do. They tear through your excuses. They destroy your habits. They leave no part of you untouched. Nietzsche saw transformation as violence, not against the world, but against the self you no longer wish to be. That's what becoming is. A war. And your dream must be a weapon, not a wish. So forget ease. Forget manifestation. Forget the dream board. Build a dream that breaks. You. One that forces you to rise. One that requires the death of who you are now. Because only then will the new self have space to breathe. Here's where it ends. You've been chasing a dream that was sold to you, not born from you. It was pretty, safe, praised, but it was never yours. And now you stand at the edge, between obedience and origin. Between the life you were trained to live and the life that's been screaming inside you since the beginning. The question is not, what do I want? It's, what would I create if no one was watching? That answer is your real dream, and it will cost you everything you've used to survive, but it will give you back something priceless. Call on yourself. So, burn the lie. And let the real dream rise from the smoke. They say, dream big. But what they mean is, dream big, inside our box. They'll let you want money, as long as it's legal. They'll let you chase fame, as long as you stay digestible. They'll let you change the world. As long as you never question the world they gave you, that's not dreaming. That's scaling obedience. It's not revolution. It's expansion of the same cage, with shinier bars. Nietzsche said, man is something to be overcome. But the system doesn't want you to overcome anything. It wants you optimized, not awakened. Productive, not dangerous. So they built you a playground with glass walls and called it possibility. But the truth is, if your dream still fits their rules, it isn't yours. It's their containment strategy. You want to dream for real? Then break the walls. Abandon the applause. Risk exile. Because only on the outside of the system can you finally hear your own voice. And what it creates will terrify them. Here's the last secret. If they implanted the dream, you can extract it. If they programmed you, you can rewrite yourself. This isn't about blame. It's about power. Because once you see how deep the conditioning goes, you also see this. One who let it in is the same one who can burn it down. Nietzsche believed in the will to power, not over others, but over yourself. Over your impulses, your lies, your illusions. The false dream doesn't survive when you bring fire to it. It can't handle scrutiny. It withers in silence. It breaks when you choose danger over safety, authorship over imitation. So don't mourn. The fake dream, don't fix it. Don't fear its death. Because on the other side of its collapse is the life you were meant to build. Not one that fits into the world, but one that remakes it.